Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome on back to the Nether hot tub project. Yes, very big project. We have now got all of the floors in place, where my rockets are over here. We've got all of the floors in place, we've got all of the water in place. This is amazing. We've got a lot done. So now we got to get the floor done and get rid of these. That's going to be this week's project. That will be this week's project. I might do a bit more AFKing at the Wither Skeleton farm too. I think I've got like 4 stacks of heads ready to go. I think I've got about 4 stacks of heads, so I wouldn't mind a few more. Anyway, let's get into it. Sweat, don't die. Don't get caught in the bedrock either. I need ender pearls. I don't have ender pearls on me. Probably a bit bad idea. Okay, so what I need to do here is I want to build a platform somewhere around here. You know what? I might just stick it off the edge of this. Because I think this is about the center. Yeah, this is the center. So we'll make the platform right about here. And we can put all the shulker boxes on top of this of all of the frog lights we're going to be using to fill up all of the floor. I've calculated to be about 38 shulker boxes, but that does not take into account any of the bedrock that is protruding. So it's going to be a lot less than that, to be completely honest. Either way, we're going to grab ourselves, well, I got a lot, so let's put these down. So what we're going to do is we're going to see how many shulkers we actually use up in this entire floor. I'm going to run a replay mod and have a guess now how many shulker boxes we go through filling up all of the top layer of the bedrock. So what we're going to do is, just for those who want to know the rules, we're just going to be filling up this layer here. Oh, let me grab one so I can show you what I'm talking about here. We're just going to be putting them on this layer here. Okay? We're not going to be putting them down here. We're not putting them down there. Just this layer here, alright? Okay? So guys, have a guess. See how many you think we're going to use by the time we finish this floor. Put your answers down in the comments. I'd like to hear what you thought. So that's 27, 28, 29, 30, and that's what I had left over. So yeah, we're just over 28 shulkers, just over 20, blah, blah, blah. Words are hard. Just over 29 shulkers worth. Holy jeez, that's a lot of shulker boxes. I knew it'd be under 38. I did not think it'd be 30 though. Holy wow, that's so many. Now that we've got all of the frog lights in there, I think what I'm going to do today is I'm going to firstly put all of the trimming up the top, finish up all of the outside, and then I'm going to tear down over there, tear down this platform here. This is where the original raid farm was, with the skeleton farm before I put the roses over there. We're going to start with that. And what we're going to do for the floor is, right, now I just prepared this. We've got this prepared. We've got about 27 shulker boxes of wool. And we're going to use that for the floor. We're going to use that for all of the prettiness on the floor. And when it came down to the shulker boxes used for the frog lights, I actually did a miscount, because these frog lights here belong in that box there, meaning it was 30 shulker boxes and 1 row. I accidentally did a miscount. It wasn't 29 in 1 row, it was 30 in 1 row. So, yes, that is a lot of shulker boxes. Just over 30 shulker boxes to do the floor for 256 by 256. Now that I've placed all of the frog lights, and we've torn down the little bits and pieces from the sweepers, and we've torn down the excess from the Wither Skeleton farm, it really now comes down to, do I need to keep the wither skeleton farm? Because I do have a lot of wither skeleton skulls. I don't think we're going to need to keep the farm anymore, to be completely honest. I think we can just tear the farm down now. I think we can... Or do I tear it down? You know what, actually? Actually, you know what? I'm going to keep it up for one more... I might do one more AFK session there. And then we'll tear it down. Everything else is torn down. But what I need to do now, though, is now we're at a big problem. I need to find 38 shulkers of non-gravitation blocks. And then we need to grab 38 shulkers of sand. So we need 38 shulkers of sand, and we need 38 shulkers of non-gravity blocks. What do we use for, what are we going to use? Oh god. Okay, the sand's not hard to get. But the non-gravity block, how do we get? Do I use moss? I'd have to make a moss farm. Or a cobblestone farm. I'm going to have to make a farm just to place more floor. Do we have to make another farm? So, we finished the moss farm, and after we finished the moss farm, I had a little bit of time left on stream, so I thought I'd go out and get some hearts of the ocean, hearts of the sea, whatever they are. So I grabbed a bunch of those out, grabbed a bunch of the hearts of the sea, we've got like 18, so we should have enough to fill this perimeter, because we're going to need the hearts of the sea to build under here. We're going to need to put 32 on the bottom, and then about halfway up, well, more like not the bottom, more like a third of the way up, we'll put 32, and 2/3 of the way up, we'll put another 32 in a grid, so we can breathe underwater, and we can build all the stuff. It's going to be awesome. So we went out and found a bunch of hearts of the sea last night, and then, after I did that, I was like, oh yeah, sweet, well I'm going to go play some Elytra and see if I can beat my highest score. So I went into the Elytra course, force of habit, I opened up my hardcore world. Well, hardcore, I don't play hardcore anymore, what am I talking about? I opened up my exploited world. This world. Converting it to 1.21. So last night I accidentally converted this world to 1.21. We're now on 1.21. We are on the trials and chambers. Hooray! We are upgraded. Upgrades, people, upgrades. And unfortunately it broke my iron farm. So I have had to do the command. I have cheated, and we have expanded the spawn chunks back to factory, so they're back to where they normally are when they first start the game. So my spawn chunks work again, my mob switch works, and everything works. Really, it just means we've got trial chambers now, and a couple other cool things too. But also, I beat my high score in the Elytra run. I got my PB. I am now first on the leaderboard. I am now the fastest Elytra flyer in the ice course. Yeah, best Minecraft player ever. But anyway, putting aside the fact that we have accidentally upgraded the world and we are now in 1.21, doesn't really, like I said, doesn't really make too much of a difference. It just means we're gonna have some cool new blocks to play with, like the Tuff variants. Oh, cool, and the copper grates and stuff, and the doggies, the doggos. Oh, cool. Well, that's gonna have to wait until a future episode because we need to finish more of this floor. I am dropping the water onto the floor on Halloween Day, which gives us, what is it now? That gives us 2 weeks. I have 2 weeks from today to get this finished to drop the water. So let's start by finishing off the basement floor part. Another time lapse. You know the worst part about placing all of these carpets? The absolutely worst bit. So we've just spent all of this, I think, what was that, 3 streams or something? Placing frog lights and placing carpets just to make this majestic looking floor here. It does not die. Just to make this majestic looking floor and room. And it looks amazing. Spent like, yeah, what, 3 streams doing it. And now we're going to cover it all up. Going to cover up all the prettiness. You're not even going to see it. I have got 38... Whoa, I need more chests. Well, I got a chest here. I'm going to put these in here for now. I've got 38 shulker boxes of... No, not that one. Wait for it. Hold. 38 shulker boxes full of moss. And with these 38 shulker boxes full of moss, and then 38 shulker boxes full of sand, we have got to cover all of this. Cover the basement and put the floor down of the perimeter. Oh, okay. So, bear with me as we do another time lapse. This episode's just going to be one giant time lapse of me placing blocks on the perimeter floor. Like, just layers upon layers on the perimeter floor. It's just going to be layers. Holy jeez. More blocks. Time to place them. I hope I got enough shulkers this time. I think I do. I'm pretty sure I calculated correctly. I'm pretty sure it's meant to be 38. I hope it's 38. It better be 38. This isn't exactly what I was planning on, but it's kind of why I also didn't want to leave, because I knew that if I left, that yeah, we've had a few mobs move in. Because the mob switch isn't turned on, because I left the server. I wanted to do it in one big smooth motion, but I had to leave. And because I had to leave... Oh, there we go. I think it's loaded in. Well, that... And I've flown away far enough. Yeah, we have to go load it in. We have to go load in the mob switch, and then we can put the sand down. Hopefully there's no bad guys up here. I'm pretty sure the mob switch is loaded in now. Let's just have a look. Okay, it's not flicky ticking. Sir... Oh, it wasn't even turned on before. Oh, I never had it turned on. Whoops. Well, it's turned on. It must have just been within render. Because it's far enough away. Either way, it's on now. This will guarantee no mobs are spawning. So, time to put all the, time to put the sand down. Lot of sand to place. Wow, that is a lot. That is a lot of sand. And that is a lot of moss under a lot of sand. And that is a lot of carpet and a lot of color. Seriously, this looks like I've got a brightness booster mod on. No, there's not. It's just literally that bright down here. Look what happens if I turn my gamma booster on. Gamma booster. It does almost nothing. The gamma booster thingy does almost zero. It is that bright down here. Oh my wordy lordy. This looks fantastic, but I will have to finish this bit here later. Don't worry about this bit. Just ignore this bit. I'll put trapdoors here. That'd be a good idea. And some, like, trapdoors and scaffolding or something. That'll be a way up. But yeah, so we're almost ready now to drop the water in the nether. Almost there. Oh, and all the frog lights too. There was a lot of those. Almost ready now to drop the water. It's getting so close. We are so close to being ready. This will have to be torn down very, very soon. You're almost out of use, my friend. I'm sorry, but it's almost over. Also, I did this too. For those who didn't see, check this out. This is really, really cool. You go over here. And this is what I'm talking about with the basement. So now I can go from one place to the other inside here really quickly without going through the water up the top. And then I've got this little water vader. Excuse me, sir. Can we go? I don't know how these things work. We've got a little water vader that goes all the way up to here. And then we got the super water vader going up this one. This will take us all the way up to the very, very top. And this will be like our access to the bottom, to the basement, to when I want to get in there and stuff. See? There you go. And that's all the way down there. There you go. Holy jeez. It's almost time to drop the water. This is getting exciting, isn't it? This is getting very exciting indeed. I like to sit there I like to sit there I like to sit in stick streams and be like, yes, yes, redstone. Oh, yes, yes. Yes, tick speed, of course, yes. You know, that's what I like to do. Because I know what I'm talking about when it comes to redstone. And don't feel like an idiot when people... It's just like, I got no idea. When people like stick start doing redstone, I'm like, I the dumb.